No, you got to come here. I know, but I need you just for 1 minute. Just for 1 minute, you can eat your chicken while you help me. I want him to make the video for me. You can bring your chicken. Nope. No. I'm not recording. Oh wait, I am. Oh, I didn't even know this. How weird. Hi Shanny Fannies, welcome to Educating Shanny. I'm Shanny and I'm recovering from an eating disorder.
Hi Shanny.
Hi, can you please do my video for me? So I've been trying to think of what I could do for today's Topic Tuesday video, and I woke up today and every day really sick, and I thought to myself maybe it would be a good time to give you guys a health update. You guys have been asking me for a really long time. Give us an update on all of your diagnoses, both the ones that you have naturally and the ones that were caused by your eating disorder. So I thought I would do that and make Danny do it too. Go ahead.
I'm great.
No, my health issue.
Oh, Shannon's sick.
So let's start with...
I'm so tired, I can't.
Oh, please.
I have to get up at 5 a.m.
Oh, fine. Okay, the lighting is weird. Go away. You're ruining the lighting.
Oh,
Or maybe just the lighting sucks. I don't know. Or maybe I just look this bad today. Yeah, that's probably it.
You don't look bad.
You paused.
I was laughing.
You went... You should have gone... But you went... And you should have gone...
Love you. Good luck.
Okay, so let's start by naming every single health problem that I have right now, and then I'll go through them individually and update you on how I'm doing with them. Okay? Okay.
Fibromyalgia, TMG, acid reflux, anemia, anxiety, depression, eating disorder, cutting, interstitial cystitis, irritable bowel syndrome, gastroparesis, endometriosis.
That's all I can think of right now. Alright, so I'm going to start with the ones that are mental and give you kind of an update on that. I've got a lot of new people, by the way, and a lot of them don't even know I suffer from all these things, and they're wondering what I'm talking about when I'm sick. Not bulimia sick, but sick. So I just wanted to explain that. It's been a long time since I did that. So let's start with anxiety, depression, eating disorder, and cutting. So my anxiety has gotten much better. I still have little attacks, but it's not an everyday thing. It's not a 24/7 thing. It's honestly kind of circumstantial. Like if stressful things are happening or tension in my life is happening, I noticed myself getting a lot more anxious, whereas it used to be I just was anxious all the time, and I had to learn to fake it. I had to learn how to be a person that nobody would know was anxious because I was so ashamed of it and I wanted to hide it until, of course, I started talking to you guys about it. So depression, it's kind of the same thing. I do feel depressed every day, but not for long. Like I'll wake up feeling depressed, but usually once I fully wake up and a couple hours into my day, I start to feel a little bit better. My eating disorder, you guys obviously know I'm doing much better. I'm still not fully healed, and what I mean by that is I still feel that, I guess I don't know what I mean. I just know that I'll know when I feel fully recovered. A lot of you are asking, how do you know when you're fully recovered? For me personally, I feel like I'll just know, but right now I know I'm not because I've still had a few slip-ups here and there over the past several months. And then cutting and self-harm, I have not done that in months. Like I think maybe December or November of last year, I think. I don't know, it's been a long time. I certainly have not done it in this home, so that's awesome. Is that all of the... Okay, so that's basically all of my mental diseases. I also... I have been diagnosed with bipolar in the past. A lot of you guys have been asking me lately, do you suffer from bipolar disorder? My therapist told me I don't know, 8 or 9 years ago that she thought I had episodes that were bipolar, but that she didn't know if I was fully like bipolar, like every day, all day. But I think I kind of am, just not to an extreme. I have people in my family who are the extreme bipolar, and I'm nowhere near that, but I do kind of have those same tendencies, just in a milder way. So like, I applaud them, the people in my family that deal with that. Like, it's one of the hardest, most embarrassing mental illnesses to have, because people automatically assume that you are scary, or that you're not going to be fun to be around, or you're judgmental, or you're super closed-minded, or like, or you're going to do something crazy, you know, like, it's just another mental disorder that so many people have, and it needs to stop being shamed, because there's no reason to shame it. It's an illness. They can't help it. I can't help it. You can't help it. So yeah. Okay, so now let's move on to the diagnoses that I've had that are not because of my eating disorders, okay? So, fibromyalgia, I got diagnosed at 13, I think, or 14. And I'm just used to it now. I know that it's worse in the winter. It's a little bit better in the summer. So like, basically it's always there, and it always hurts every single day of my life, and it has since I was 13. But it gets much worse in the winter when it's cold. It's kind of like people who have like hip replacements or metal inside their body, like they get really bad pain when it's cold. That's kind of what fibromyalgia feels like. So we've kind of just gotten used to that, and there's really not much else I can do. Okay, TMJ, which is... What is TMJ? What does TMJ stand for? Oh shoot, I don't know what TMJ stands for. I don't know, but I know it has something to do with your jaw, and my whole family has that too. So for me, it was hereditary. However, it has not been hurting nearly as bad since I stopped purging, or almost all the way stopped purging. You know what I mean? Like, totally changed my I used to purge up to 10 times a day. So opening my mouth that wide for that long to get my fingers down or to get a tool down, it just made my TMJ like way, way, way worse. However, now it doesn't hurt too bad unless I chew too much, you know, that's it. Like, they get really sore really easily, but it's nothing compared to what it used to be. So I would say that's improved a heck of a lot, and I know it's because I stopped my eating disorder. So, acid reflux is something that I've had since I was a baby. And it's just kind of been off and on throughout my entire life. And again, it's one of those things I've just been used to, and I know how to handle it. I know how to treat it. I know what not to eat. I know what medicine to take. Okay, anemia. Obviously, I'm anemic. We know that. You can tell that just by looking at me. Let's be real. I'm the same color as the wall. And it's summertime, so I'm just saying. I've had anemia for a very long time, and for two reasons. Number one is my endometriosis, which we're going to get to in a minute, which has caused such heavy, frequent periods, 2 periods a month sometimes. So I'm losing tons of extra blood. So like, even if I take iron pills, which I can't because they kill my stomach or whatever, then I still am losing blood. Like, even if I'm being healthy, even if I'm doing everything I can to take care of myself, I'm still losing a ton of blood because of my endometriosis. So I guarantee you I'm still anemic, but I have to be tested to make sure, and I haven't done that in a couple months. So yeah, I plan on going back to the doctor and getting a new blood test because it's been a while. So that brings me to endometriosis. Let's just tie that in now. Endometriosis is very painful, and it's a problem that I am hoping we'll be able to fix very, very soon. For me, I know that it's getting bad again because I haven't had my surgery for a long time. I think it's been like 7 or 8 years. And when you have, for some people, if you have endometriosis, you have to go and do this surgery type thing where they, so to speak, scrape out the endometriosis. I know that's not what actually happens, but that's how my doctor explained it to me. I think sometimes they even burn it out of there. I don't know how it works. But there was a time that I went to get scraped, and it had spread like all the way up to my ribs, like from my lower uterus pelvic area all the way up to my ribs because I waited so long. And I know that that's part of why I've been hurting extra And again, I've been having double periods, which means I'm losing extra blood, and I already bleed extra as it is because my endometriosis, I get really heavy periods. So I guess to sum up, I would say that it's getting worse. Interstitial cystitis. Say that 10 times fast. Interstitial cystitis, interstitial cystitis, interstitial cystitis, interstitial cystitis. That was so good. So interstitial cystitis is basically cysts on my bladder and kidneys. And all I know is that it makes me feel like I have a UTI all the time. Well, not all the time, but like when it flares up all day, every day for like a week straight. And I would actually say that that's actually getting better because I've been drinking a lot more water, and that helps a lot. It helps flush me a little better. And I have I have treatment for this because I have been dealing with this and also since I was 14 is when I got diagnosed. I know what medications help. I know what techniques help. I know little secrets that I've figured out that are probably not appropriate to share on the internet, but they do help. I feel like I've actually shared this with you guys. Oh, I shared it on an Instagram live one time. I probably shouldn't share it on here unless you want me to. Then I will. Tell me below if you do. So, irritable bowel syndrome and gastroparesis. Irritable bowel syndrome is hereditary in my family. I'm pretty sure every single immediate family member of mine has it. Both my parents, or have had it in the past. Both my parents and all of my siblings. I'm pretty sure we've all dealt with it. So I know that it's, hereditary. But I mean, my eating disorder certainly didn't help that, whatever. So anyway, as far as my IBS goes, I feel like it's a really hard situation because I have to focus on getting myself well and taking the medications that will get me well, but those medications kill my stomach. So I usually end up having to choose, do I want to be sick to my stomach all day, or do I want to not pass out today because I didn't take iron or whatever it is, any of my meds that I have to take. So I usually just choose, if I'm not gonna leave the house, I would rather have a stomach ache. If I am, I would rather, you know what I mean? So like you have to, it's again, one of those things that you kind of just have to customize to your life after having it for so long. And that brings us to gastroparesis, which is last. So gastroparesis, for those of you who don't know, for me was caused by my eating disorder, because basically what gastroparesis basically is where your bowels and your digestive system stop working, or almost stop working, like don't work very well, I should say. And that's because those of us with eating disorders, when you do it for such a long time, your body starts to get used to not having food in there, whether you're bulimic and throwing up all your food or whether you're anorexic and just starving. Your digestive system gets used to not having anything in there to push through and make you poop. And so your bowels and everything in your stomach gets really, really lazy, and because it's not being used, it just starts to get lazy and it can't do it on its own. And so I have to do enemas. I have to do Citrusel, which is like a vitamin laxative type thing, like a stool softener. I don't know what it is, but it helps. Miralax, all of those things to help myself poop. The reason I'm concerned is that I don't feel like it's getting any better. And I feel like it should be, considering that I am almost fully healed from all of my eating disorders. I am keeping food down. I am not binging and purging, except a few slip-ups here and there. By the way, side note, a lot of you are asking, do I get fissures and hemorrhoids because I have to use enemas every day? The answer is no, because I have been getting those since way before I started even using enemas. Like, I think it's just part of it, because we don't digest very well. Sometimes it'll just go through like as well as it can and come out like really hard and sharp, and like have little edges in there that are super sharp and cut your anus. That's what a fissure is, by the way, is little cuts inside of your butthole. So as that hard poo comes out, because it can't be digested properly, it will cut you, it will give you hemorrhoids, and it's really, really fun. So if you haven't tried an eating disorder, you really should, because it's really worth it. So So basically, I feel like everything's improving except for my endometriosis and my gastroparesis. Those are the only two things I feel are not improving. And so I know that for my endo, I need to go to the doctor. I need to get a pap smear. I have not done that in about 6 or 7 years. You guys are going to be so mad at me in the comments, but I'm just being honest. It's been a long time. It terrifies me because probably not the same reason it terrifies you. It's uncomfortable for everybody, but for me, it's excruciatingly painful. By the way, if there are any men in my family that know me watching this besides Danny, please don't listen to this part. But inside of my vagina, I have these little bumps, kind of, and they are so painful. It's like touching, I don't know, like a burn, like a bubble burn, you know, like, wait, what's that? Like a boil or something. Aren't those like super painful when you barely even touch them? You get the idea. I have these little bumps inside of my vagina. They're super painful. That's one of the reasons we can't have intercourse very often, although we're working on that. So stop getting mad at me. We are working on that, and I should update you on that. I guess that goes with my health. We're working on it. It's painful, but we're working on it. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, so I that's the other reason I'm terrified of it. But I was thinking, I wonder if I'm dead serious right now. I wonder if I did like a live stream while I'm getting a pap smear, because it would distract me and you guys could like ask me questions and I'll be distracted and you'll be there with me to hold Danny will be there to hold, or my mom. Someone will be there to hold my hand literally. But also it might help for me to like have a second distraction because I don't want to kick my doctor in the face. I really like her. And you shouldn't kick people in the face that you really like. So anyway, there's my health update. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this helped with a lot of your guys' questions about my health. I'll give you another health update probably in a couple months, and I'll try and do that more often. I know you guys want it all the time, so I'll try and do it a little bit more often, let you know how things are going. So I'll see you tomorrow for my eating disorder update. So I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. And remember forever and always that you are beautiful, you are worth it, and I am too. Thank you for watching. Bye!